help us clean those nasal passages, all of the above. So thank you for joining us. It's so nice to have you here. It's such a privilege to be here in your homes. And it's really a privilege to have Navage on the air. If you've seen or heard about them, whether it's infomercial or otherwise, they have hands down been a customer runaway favorite. So what are we talking about? It is a safe, easy, painless, effective, immediate solution to clear those nasal passages. And whether you do suffer from chronic or continual allergies, I'm just spending more time in my house, there's a lot of dust. This is essential. It really is. Because remember, it's a non-pharmaceutical way to really go to the source. So what you're getting is this ingenious battery operated system. And by the way, the batteries are even pre-installed. I love that they call them, you get the little stand, you get what they call the little nose pillow. Yes. Little nose pillow. You get 18 of the SaltPods, and Lisa's gonna show you how that works. And then you also get the case, which I wish we had a retail value on that. I mean, that's big, big, big. So we get the teal, the black, or this great paisley. One quick thing, 670246. Please ask about that auto ship on the pods, because the whole point is you will use this. And once you use it, I am confident that you will be hooked. Again, loving you from afar, Lisa. Lisa Kutchner is here, and she is, of course, not only a health and wellness expert and yoga instructor, there's nothing about good health that she doesn't know. And even if this wasn't what you do, what was your passion, you're passionate about this because doggone it, it works, and it works immediately.
Yeah, that's right. And thank you so much, Shannon. I am so glad to be here with the Navage today because it is a product that's all about hygiene, personal hygiene, cleaning your nose, getting it nice and clean. Your nose is your body's air filter. It's with you 24/7. You would not go a day without washing your hands or brushing your teeth. And now with Navage, you can also safely, effectively, and thoroughly clean out your sinuses, your nose. And this is the device right here. I'm gonna pull it up a little bit and talk a little bit about what it does. So the Navage uses this powered suction right here at the center to pull this pure saline rinse through one side of your nose and out the other. And along the way, it's cleaning out the dust, the allergens, the mucus, the funk, the gunk, the incrustations. It's gonna take all that and then deposit it down here. And you're immediately going to feel relief from congestion. You're gonna breathe easier. And because it's drug-free, you can do it all the time. But I love that animation because it shows behind the scenes what it's doing. Oh, here it is, okay.
Perfect, thank you guys.
So I love that you can see right here, you've got the salinated water up in the top, and she presses a button, it starts going in one side. It's going all the way back and around, and it is drawing out the funk, the gunk, as discussed, the dust, allergens, whatever you're breathing in, and it's depositing it cleanly, quickly, and effectively in that bottom tank. And I tell you, the best thing that I ever saw was seeing it done live, especially after seeing that demo, because you see what's going on behind. You think, oh, is that going to be uncomfortable? Well, I'm here to say I'm about to do it with my makeup while talking. So first of all, I want to point out this is the SaltPod. I'm going to add it right here to the top tank, and this mixes the perfect balance of saline and water.
Just pop that in. Lisa,
like
as you
coffee
do that,
pod.
I'm going to play devil's, it's like your K-cup.
Yeah, yeah.
So consider, if I'm not using this, you're using one of those crazy, it's not crazy, it does work if you can do, I'm just not coordinated.
I could never do it.
I mean, it's like you have to kind of pour, there are kind of some complicated solutions out there. This is amazing that it does it automatically.
Well, that's right, and that relied on gravity, the neti pot, and it's been around for a really long time because we know how effective nasal irrigation is, and what the Navage brings to the table is this powered suction right at the heart of the machine. And you can also see here on the side, if you come in close, there's a little arrow on here. Let me try to make that more obvious. And it tells me which direction the water's going. So I have the option to switch it all the way around. You want to be sending that water in the more congested side. Now quickly, I've already had it set up for myself. I had the water, I put it in the SaltPod. And I'm gonna bring the flared edges on these nose pillows form that perfect seal on my nose. I'm gonna bring it up to my nose, and without further ado, I press the button and I begin flushing. You can see it's coming through. I mean,
everything.
it is doing behind the scenes what you just saw in that animation. And I'll tell you what, I do this every day because it's part of, it's natural. And if I need to, it's already done actually. If I need to, I'll do it again.
Okay, now here's the animation. So remember, you get 18 of those like a little K-cup, those measured pods. Batteries are already installed, and it, for lack of a better term, kind of vacuums out your nasal passages. I mean, it really does. It irrigates everything. I realize, and Lisa, she's such a good girl. I mean, she's doing it with full makeup, the whole shebango, but listen, I realize, it might not be the prettiest thing. It's nice that it does it automatically, but boy, oh boy, when you're able to breathe with no drug
it's
or
drug-free.
It's drug-free. You can do, now how often would I do this actually?
So I generally do it in the morning before I leave the house.
Oh yeah,
and then
I'm stuffy in the morning and at night.
Exactly. What we recommend, especially when you're starting, is to try the Navage challenge, where you use the Navage once in the morning and once at night. And doing it twice a day really has this impact of giving you that full, thorough cleanse. It's also moisturizing your sinuses, Shannon. And what we don't realize is, when I speak of funk, gunk, and encrustations, you may know what I'm talking about. It's the painful, hard parts that land up in your sinuses, and that's what stops them from working properly. The cilia, the small nose hairs can't function when they're hardened. This moisturizes as it cleans, hydrating, giving you that ability to breathe deeply. And I'm telling you, I'm willing to show if you can take it.
Right.
Shannon. I mean, look away if you can't take it. You know, and this is what you see in the bottom tank. And nothing comes out. The battery's already pre-installed. Nothing is going, it's completely sealed. It's not gonna come out of there until I wash it out. And I use soap and water to rinse that out. I actually pop the docking station and the nose pillows off and dunk it in there with soapy water, rinse it around, completely clean it, and then I store it on the countertop Caddy, which dries it beautifully every single day.
It does. So Pamela has it and loves it. Becky has one and loves it. Thank you again. Grace, my girl, Miss Marlowe, is home, safer at home. We did a late breaking home event. You know, Shannon's in the house, and because we know we're spending more time at home. And the thing is, if you're like me, I almost posted the picture before my show. I've been thinking about cleaning for a lot of reasons. Cleaning my hands, cleaning my house, cleaning my clothes. But if you're struggling to take that breath, if you're struggling to just really breathe deeply. Listen, we take the allergy stuff, this, that, the other thing. This is a pharmaceutical way to go to the source.
A non-pharmaceutical way.
Pharmaceutical way. See,
I hate to interrupt you, but that's important.
It's
for a lot of us.
It's a natural way to go to the source. Now remember, you get 18 of those SaltPods. They're like a little K-cup. You just pop them in there. Batteries are pre-installed. You get the stand. Blue will sell out first, black, and then we've got that paisley. And if you want the additional SaltPods, now chances are everyone in your family will want to use this. Remember, you can sanitize and clean that little, the nose pillows. But I think we have fewer than 200. Last 170, this was a late breaking addition to the show. Everything for our home event here. Again, Shannon's in the house tonight. I hope you're safer at home. I send you all my love. It's so great to connect with everybody on Facebook. We're Facebooking live, but we are doing 5 flex pay, and this was a late breaking addition. It's free shipping. But Lisa, we'll show the animation. We've also got some doctors who want to talk about this too, right?
Oh, I love hearing them tell us from their perspective how it's doing what it's doing. And you can see in the animation, she places that docking station, that seal is formed, and it immediately begins to clean and moisturize. And what's so effective about it is that suction at the heart of it. That's the real revolution, which is really thoroughly cleaning your sinuses.
Right. Actually, Vicki Lee had a great question. Can you use regular water? You need like the saline is kind of the key, right?
The pod is what makes the water salinated. I use filtered water out of my refrigerator, and I think that every area is going to be different. So you want to check your box to be sure. If you have, different needs in different areas.
And boy, Azudi is asking about allergies. What do you think, Lisa? I mean, I'll defer to the expert.
I'll tell you what, I've saved a fortune on Kleenex alone.
There you go.
I
See,
mean.
well said. But so the thing is, we see you there. I don't know, Erin, if we've got any time to show any other videotape or the animation again. I'd love for you to do that. Just because,
I'd love to do a demo again,
yeah,
honestly,
absolutely.
because it's so
Let's do
quick,
both if we can.
easy, efficient. Look, I've popped in the SaltPod. Boom, it's mixed, it's ready to go. This water's already up to the fill line. I'm gonna bring it up to my nose.
Okay.
It's gonna form that perfect seal, and then all I do is I press one single button and it starts to clean my nose. And I'm talking. Now listen, the first time you do it, you're probably not gonna be talking. There is a bit of a learning curve. But every time you do it, you're giving yourself the favor of a clean, healthy nose.
You are indeed, and it works every single time. Meredith, at this point, the case is not available separately, but it's an interesting point because quite often we have sold it separately. So, oh, we do? Oh, gosh, we do. Hey, Meredith, we'll give you that item number. I didn't realize that we had some. It's 585520 if you want just the case separate, because we don't always include that. There are only 350 of those. By the way, speaking of the case, just because mentally I was looking at it and I was thinking blue, the blue is actually the paisley, so we have fewer than 100, only a couple dozen there. There's the black, and then there's the teal. So there's the teal. So do we have time? We don't have time to show the doctor, do we? Okay, you know what? Let's do them real quick.
Yeah, why not? He's fantastic.
As an ear, nose, and throat physician, I've recommended it for years. Until recently, the only systems available have been neti pots and squeeze bottles. These push salt water through the nose. Navage is different. It pulls saline through the nose with powered suction, flushing out mucus, dust, and allergens. My patients love Navage.
Lisa's like, wow, that
It was so fast.
that went like, you know.
know, and
Although, if you
look
are
how much
stuffy,
cleaner.
if you're having a hard time breathing, time stands still, doesn't it?
Oh my gosh,
Isn't it
and
true? It's like,
this
I
enables
can't catch my
you,
breath.
breath is key to stress management. And
true.
I'm telling you, being able to take a deep breath has
Especially as
changed
a
my
yoga
life.
person.
That's right.
Breath is the life,
It's, yeah.
as they say.
Prana.
Well,
it's your breath.
it is. Good to see you.
Thank you, Shannon.
All right, be safe. Well, nice to have you here as well, even from a safe distance. So we see you, right? We see you there. Hey, by the way, oh, you know what? I'm so